Thank you, Nitin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Area G4 District 92 International Speech Contest. I'm sure you all are very excited to kickstart the meeting, but let me lay down a few ground rules. Please switch your noise-making devices to silent, vibration, or switch off mode. I'm sure you have an awesome ringtone, but we would love to hear that after the contest and not during. While speaking, please be mindful of the words to ensure that you do not hurt anybody's sentiments. After all, it's a Toastmasters meeting, not Anuv Goswami's debate. Lastly, please keep your videos on as long as possible. This will help our contestants to speak more effectively. And don't worry about your relatives or your pet coming on your background. I'm sure you would love to see more happy faces. Now that we have the rules laid down, let me introduce the master of our ceremony to get the show on the road. The master of our ceremony works as a software engineer with Western Digital. He loves to write poems and travel around to different places. He's also very passionate about history and anything related to numbers. Please welcome the master of the ceremony, Toastmaster Jayesh Gaur.
Thank you, Tavaswini. I welcome you all to International Speech Contest of Area G4. It's a pleasure to have all of you with us. Contest is a measure of skill. I agree. But more importantly, a contest is a measure of progress. It doesn't matter if you win today or you get the last spot, as long as you tried your best and you're able to improve upon that in future, you will be winning the war, even if you lose the battle. So I urge you all to try your best to have high confidence and make sure that you are able to perform your best in this contest. Oh, I think my video was not switched on. Okay. Hello everyone. Yeah, my video was not. Welcome, DTM Mazahir, who will give us the DTM's address. DTM Mazahir is a passionate trekker, someone who went from Gangotri to Badrinath while trekking, and he has been with us for 4+ years in Toastmasters. He is the winner of valuation and table topic contest in area level, so he's much aware of all these contests. He has experienced one in that regard, and he has also been past president of JPMC Bangalore Toastmasters Club and area director of Area K1 under District 92. He is currently serving as Division G director. And with this, I'd like to welcome DTM Mazahir to speak to us. DTM Mazahir, are you there? Yeah. DTM Mazahir, I'm not able to hear you.
I can hear you, Jayesh. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Can you hear me? Am I audible to you?
Yeah. Now I can hear you. Great.
Thank you so much. I'd love to have a one-on-one interaction with you also, Jayesh. So let's just hear it for Jayesh, Master of Ceremony, everybody. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. There is a reason why I said whatever I said in my introduction, apart from you can minus the Badrinath to, and all of that trekking part, right? JPMC president, because this happened during 2019, 2020, wherein I wanted to be an area director for Area K4, which is now G4. Abhinav Bhatt might know this. And then later on, when we moved, we understood that this area is really special. Reason because this area has all the corporate clubs right now. And I'm also calling it special because each club is special on its own, right? Area G4, led by the area director, Nitin Bhagat, has shown a tremendous growth and improvement in past 8 months. So let's give it up for everybody over here. Jayesh pretty much stole what I wanted to say initially. I'm somebody who you would find supporting, an underdog team when there is a match happening. Let's say England versus India for all that reason, right? Now, India will be considered as a underdog team. I'll be supporting them. I'll be supporting those who participated and couldn't make it. I'll be supporting those who think they can do it better. Reason because a true contestant who come forward from their club and they're delivering their speech at an area level has already won heart of their club by either nominating or winning, and has already won heart of the area people as well. right? I would like to wish everybody all the very best. I'm sure you guys going to rock the stage. Red carpet for the Division G right now. This contest is all going to be amazing. We have amazing set of role players, including the chief judge who's available. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of various district officers from District 92 and otherwise who are present in this room. I may not be naming you because there are many of us available over here. I'm only looking forward for an amazing, amazing contest. All the very best. Jayesh, back to you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, DTM Mazahir. It was great to hear from you. Next up, I would like to introduce contest chair, Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh says he's an ambivert, but he loves to speak anytime, anywhere, and to anybody. He transitioned from, do I have to speak, to really, I want to speak after he joined Toastmasters. So he has shown tremendous progress and learned a lot of things. So over to you, contest chair, Ganesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayesh, for that wonderful introduction. It's a pleasure being the contest chair for this area contest. And the opportunity I get to see few of the best speakers in the area is amazing. And I know this is something everyone says, but the fact that you came to area means you're already winners. So don't stress on the results and give it your best. Make it your best speech, make it memorable, enjoy the journey is what I wanted to say. So I won't delay it much further, or else the contestants will probably hate me because I know how tense they are. So I'll just move on with the contest, and I'd like to call the contest master, Toastmaster Chaitra, who says she is a creative thinker, avid reader, passionate writer, a nature lover, and her happiness mantra is to cherish every moment of every day. She believes in dreaming big, and her big dream is to be winning the Booker Prize for fiction for the novel she intends to write someday. Over to Toastmaster Chaitra.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ganesh. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, esteemed guests, and my dear friends. I, Chaitra Srinivasan, will be your contest master for the International Speech Contest today. Welcome to the International Speech Contest of Area G4, District 92. The purpose of the International Speech Contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, recognize the best as encouragement to all, and to provide an opportunity for us to learn by observing the more skilled speakers who have benefited from the Toastmasters training. We will conduct this contest using the same procedure as Toastmaster International uses in conducting the International Speech Contest online. The winner and the runner-up in today's contest will represent Area G4 at Division G level International Speech Contest, the date of which is yet to be announced. I shall now read out the International Speech Contest rules for the audience in brief. To be eligible, be a Toastmaster in good standing of a club in good standing, not presently be in an international, district, or area officer, nor have declared the intent to run for such offices. Contestant must have completed at least Project 6 from the Competent Communicator Manual or 2 levels of pathways. It has been confirmed that all the contestants are eligible today. The time for International Speech Contest is 5 to 7 minutes. The timing cards will be displayed as follows. The timers for today's contest are Toastmaster Raja and Toastmaster Atul. Timekeepers, can you please activate the cards as follows? Green card at 5 minutes. Yellow card at 6 minutes. Red card at 7 minutes. And the red card will stay on until the speaker has finished speaking. No notice shall be given should a speaker go over time. Any contestant who speaks for less than 4 minutes 30 seconds or more than 7 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. The judges have been instructed not to consider time in their ranking of the speakers. Timing begins with the first word uttered or when the speaker uses any form of gesture, smile, or non-verbal communication to the audience. There will be 1 minute of silence between the speakers, so the judges may mark their ballot sheets, and 1 more minute to check the audio and the video connectivity of the next contestant. At the end of the contest, the audience is requested to remain silent and seated until the chief judge and the tally counter are moved into the breakout room for finalizing the results. There is a secret tiebreaker judge known only to the chief judge. The chief judge for today's contest will be Toastmaster Miruna Bhaskar, and the contest chair will be Toastmaster Ganesh. Protests will be limited to the judges and the contestants only and must be lodged with the chief judge or the contest chair prior to the announcement of the winners. Once the results are announced, there will be no change. Announcement of the contest winners is final unless the list of winners is announced incorrectly, in which case the chief judge, ballot counters, or timers are permitted to immediately interrupt to correct the error. Participation certificates will be handed over towards the end of the contest. Each contestant will be introduced in the following manner: contestant number, contestant name, speech title, contestant name. We have 6 contestants contesting today. The contestants' speaking order has been randomly chosen. For the benefit of the judges, role players, and the audience, I will now read out the speaking order of the contestants. Contestant number 1, Shweta Tiwari. Contestant number 2, Wasim Patel. Contestant number 3, Himanshu Bisht. Contestant number 4, Suhail Ahmed. Contestant number 5, Narayanan Mahalingam. Contestant number 6, Sairam Tyagarajan. Here are a few reminders before we begin. No one will be allowed into the meeting room when a contestant is speaking. If you have to join or leave the meeting, please do so during the 2-minute interval time or after the contest. There shall be video recording done for all the contestants. Consent has been taken from all the contestants for the same. Contestants, kindly ensure all electronic noise producing devices such as mobiles, tablets are switched off or are turned into silent mode. Let us do that in the next 5 seconds. Thank you. All other participants of the meeting will be put on mute and the chat option will be disabled by the Zoom moderator. Please remember that no contestant should quote the previous contestant in their speech. The judges, contestants, functionaries, and sergeant-at-arms have been fully briefed on the rules. The contestants have been informed about the timers. Are there any questions from the contestants or any other contest officials before we get started? Chief Judge, shall we begin the contest?
Yes.
Thank you. Let us now begin the International Speech Contest of Area G4, District 92. In order to maintain fairness to each contestant, I now request the audience to maintain silence for 1 minute. Timers, please indicate with a green card when 1 minute is up. Thank you, timer. Timer, please indicate with a red card when the other 1 minute is up. Meanwhile, let's do the audio video connectivity check of contestant number 1. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 1, Shweta Tiwari. Contestant number 1, Shweta Tiwari, you can pin the timers if you wish to do so.
Sure.
Please confirm once done so that I can proceed with the audio video check.
Yes, it's done.
Done? All right. We shall now proceed with the audio video connectivity check of contestant number 1. Contestant number 1, please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, can you please confirm if contestant number 1 is both visible and audible?
Yep, I confirm.
Timers, can you please confirm the same? Thank you. Contestant number 1, Shweta, what do you want? What do you want, Shweta?
Dear Contest Master, thanks for asking me what do I want. And I promise you, I'll let you know the same very soon. For now, all of us, let's imagine it's lunchtime and I am starving. I want to go and have sandwich from my favorite place because there I get to choose what all I want in my sandwich. For today, I want cucumber, I want tomatoes, I want olives, I want lettuce, I want onions. Oh, no onions, because I don't want to go back with bad breath, you see. So this is the main thing. I get to create and choose my own sandwich. Oh my God, I was busy talking to you guys and the queue became so long. There are still 5 guests in front of me. 3, 2, 1. It's my chance. The lady at the counter didn't even ask me what I want. She just gave me the same sandwich everyone is eating. This is not what I wanted. This was not my choice. Dear judges, fellow Toastmasters and guests, when I was born, my parents didn't ask me, what name do you want? They just named me. When I had to go to school, they didn't ask me which school you want to go to. Soon, I got used to not being asked what I want. I even started filling in the slam books under that favorite color column, whichever color my mom picks. I finished 10th. Again, no one asked me what I want. But as a good middle-class Indian girl, I selected science because it's a safe choice. I can either be engineer or a doctor. And if I don't do well, I can at least be a science teacher because science teachers get to take tuitions also. Later, I did become engineer and got placed in a VLSI industry, in a startup. And the word startup, you see, does not go very well with Indian parents. Soon the drama of not asking me what I want started. The call started to go to many of our relatives asking them to help me get a job in software industry. And the electronics engineer in me was standing there thinking, did I do 4 years of engineering for this day? This time I knew what I want, and that gave me the courage to voice it out. I joined that startup against all the odds. In few years, the next thing came, the time to get married. And the stage was set again to not ask me what I want. But by now, dear friends, I had tasted that magic potion called choices. So I knew what I want, and I decided to marry the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. A year after the marriage and the request came, We want grandchildren. Hello, it's too early. I know what I want. Kindly wait. When finally we had our son, everyone around us was worried. How will you take care of everything? Oh my God, you have to set your priorities. Actually, your son should be your priorities. I think you should stop your working thing now. It is not gonna work. I was not hearing to all this because by now I knew what I want. I wanted to go back, join the work, and perform to my full potential again. When my son was still way too young, I took up this very challenging role, because of which I had my own share of sleepless nights, my own share of stress, breakdowns, meltdowns, whatnot. But by end of all this, I stood there strong because I knew this is the project which I want. Now, dear friends, every time I knew what I want and I voiced it out, did I get success? Well, not really. But one thing was there for sure. Every time I knew what I want and I was giving my 100% to it. Like a strong individual, I was able to take up the onus of all my deeds. Choices. Choices is the magical word, my dear friends. Imagine a world where everyone wears the same color. Everyone has the same kind of haircut and everyone is eating the same kind of sandwich. Would you like to live in such a place? I don't think so. Choices make us unique. They give us the power to analyze and decide things for ourselves. It's the choices because of which we take care of all the outcomes of things which we have done. And like a powerful individual, we don't play the victim card there. When a building is on fire, you sit there and wait for someone to come and help you, or you take actions and save yourself. Will decide that you come out of that situation as a winner or a loser. Every action you take is a choice. Every move you make is a choice. Today, on this lazy afternoon of Sunday, when everyone is spending time with family, you chose to invest time in Toastmaster. It's a choice, my dear friend, which is going to pay you off. The choices you made yesterday is defining your today, and the choices you are making today will define your future. So without choices, this world is uninteresting, and choices are making it beautiful. Make your choices wisely. Next time, when someone asks you, what do you want? Tell them what do you want. And if nobody asks you, still go and tell them, what do you want? Because if you are not mentioning that, you are losing the power of choices. And coming back to you, Contest Master, for today, I want the best one to win. Thank you.
We shall observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timers, please indicate with a green card when 1 minute is up. Thank you, timer. Timers, please indicate with a red card when the other minute is up. Meanwhile, we'll proceed with the audio video check for contestant number 2, Wasim. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 2, Wasim. Contestant number 2, you can pin the timers if you wish to do so. Once you're done, please confirm.
Yes.
Thank you. We shall now conduct the audio video check for contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, can you please confirm if contestant number 2 is both visible and audible?
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. Timers, can you please confirm the same? Thank you, timers. Contestant number 2, Wasim. Who will clean the society? Who will clean the society? Wasim.
Are humans evil? Yes, of course they are. Look at Russia attacking Ukraine for no reason. Count the number of riots in the name of caste, in the name of religion, the number of shootings and murders, the illegal occupation of land by the powerful, the oppression of the weak. Of course, the humans are evil. Am I evil? No way. It's the humans who are evil, not me. Is society evil? You bet it is. Globally, 74 crore women, that is 1 in 3 women, have been subjected to violence from their own partners. So you bet the society is evil. Is our society evil? No way. It is Bangladesh which is evil. It is Afghanistan that is evil, not us. Who is the society? Or rather, who forms the society? Men, women, fathers, mothers. How do we clean? How do we form a clean society? A society without evils. Can a society be clean? And clean with what? Can you pour Domex? Can you pour water in the society and say, I have cleaned it? How do you measure a clean society? With a thermometer, with a measuring tape? Who will clean the society? Who owns the society? Who can stake claim to society? Hercules was a son of Jupiter, the Greek god of sky. Hercules, or sometimes he is called Heracles, is famous for his strength, for his labor. Hercules is known for his numerous far-ranging adventures. In his lifetime, he had to go through a series of episodes in order to repent for his past actions. Because he had killed his wife, he had killed his small children in the past. These tests he went through were famously known as 12 labors. Google it and you'll know details. One such labor task was to clean Augean stables in one day. In one single day, Hercules had to clean a stable which had housed 3,000 oxen or 3,000 buffaloes. These cattle belonged to King Augeas, and these animals had not been cleaned for 30 years. You know what Hercules did? He dug 2 canals. He diverted an entire river and ensured the water from the river Alpheus was diverted into these stables. All the 3,000 oxen were cleaned in one single day. A Herculean task indeed. Recently, a minister in Karnataka was lamenting. He was expressing his deep sense of sorrow that women were turning down marriage offers. They were declining fantastic opportunities that marriage has to offer. He went on to further complain that lots of modern women in India want to stay single. Not sure what one means by modern, I guess educated. I guess someone who could take their own decisions. The minister was actually expressing his sadness after observing the sorry state of Indian society, the kind of transformation that our society is going through, especially in this age of Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. The complaint didn't stop. The minister further said, even if women get married, they don't want to give birth. They want surrogacy. Gosh, the horror I tell you these modern women are bringing to the society. Somebody tell the minister, who will compensate the loss of giving away 9 months of your life or throwing away the 9 months of your career on pregnancy? How do you put value to bringing life into this world? 3 months of paid maternity leave, is that it? And some men like me are jealous of that privilege also. What price do you put on pain, on the sacrifice a woman goes through during pregnancy, during childbearing? Forget compensating. Has the society even appreciated mothers beyond lip service? Bringing a life into this world is a thankless job. This is a bitter lesson that our sisters, our daughters, our wives have realized. What the Honorable Minister was actually trying to do was to put the blame of failure of marriage solely on women. He was trying to say, because women are choosing to stay single, that is why marriages are failing. He was trying to hint that women are cause of moral evil in the society, the depression, the aggression among men. More and more single men are taking to violence. More and more are becoming alcoholic. The minister was actually meant that if women don't marry, who will be responsible to restore our culture? Who will maintain our sabhyata, our tehzeeb? If women don't bring children into this world, we will soon be replaced by immigrants, by outsiders, like it is happening in Europe. Can somebody point out to the Honorable Minister that the suicides are highest among housewives in our country? At 51% women? Why should women marry? Leave their parental homes, lose their independence, their financial independence. For what? To get abused? To get taunted? Is marriage worth it? I'm sure none of you men here are bad husbands. But why put the blame on women alone? Whose job is it to perform the Herculean task of cleaning the society? Men, women, or both? Dear friends, it is not as if women don't want to be mothers, but the audacity with which men try to control the life of a woman through marriage is breathtaking, and that is what hurts a woman. It irritates the modern woman who has a choice to marry, a choice not to marry, a choice to be a mother, a choice not to be a mother. We are being told that women's actions are cause of stress in society, while the opposite is actually true. It's the society that makes life a living hell for women. So it is time the society starts to treat women as stakeholders in society and not merely as baby-making machine. Let this Women's Day not just be a mere tokenism. Let us start to clean those organs table like Hercules did. Let us acknowledge the oppression that society has been doing on the women for centuries and has been brushing it under the oppression under a giant carpet called marriage. If we don't perform this Herculean task of cleaning our stables, this evil will continue to be passed on from generation to generation in perpetuity. Thank you very much for patient hearing.
We shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timers, please indicate using a red card when the 1 minute timer is up. Thank you, timer. Timer, please indicate with a red card when the other minute is up. Meanwhile, we will proceed with the audio-video connectivity check for contestant number 3, Himanshu. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 3, Himanshu. Contestant number 3, Himanshu, you can pin the timers if you wish to do so. Please confirm once you're done.
I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you. We shall now proceed with the audio video connectivity check for contestant number 3. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, please confirm if contestant number 3 is both visible and audible.
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. Timers, can you please confirm the same? Thank you. Contestant number 3, Himanshu. Little things we do. Little things we do, Himanshu.
Hey everyone. It's a wonderful afternoon, right? Like most of the humanity, weekends have always been my favorite. So why? Because I get to do one of my favorite things on the day. And the thing is to do nothing. I'll just lay around, be a couch potato. I'll just pick up a book of one of my favorites, just read it through. If I feel like stopping, I just place down a bookmark and leave it alone. I try to be a bit philosophical, a bit poetic. I'll cook any one of my meals, one of my favorites, and I'll just gorge on it. So in a nutshell, it's one of the most non-favorite day for my family. But something changed in my life. It was a beautiful day, 13th of February 2017. Me and my wife were blessed with a beautiful baby girl. As she was born, she kind of took some time from my these favorite days, these weekends. So now, because me and my wife both are now learning about parenting, we started reading a lot about parenting, how to be good parents, right? Started to try and learn from our parents to how to be good parents, how to teach good things to our daughter. So as years pass by, we try to teach good things to our daughter, like be thankful, be sorry if you do something wrong to someone, right? So it was a lot of pressure on us. We failed at times, but we take it with a pinch of salt. We know we are humans, we tend to fail. For the first few years, the pressure was immense. So, and gradually, as I spoke about my favorite days, my daughter took place, she took a lot of chunk of time of these weekends while we started chatting around on the things as she grew up. So it was one of these fine weekends. I was just sitting around watching one of my favorite things. That was a live cricket match. Rishabh Pant was on the screen, so you don't blink much. You kind of stare on the screen just to see him play. So she sat besides me and said, "Papa, I don't love cricket." And I was like, maybe some thing with the children, right? I said, okay. And she was like, "Don't you want to know why I don't love cricket?" I was like, "Yeah, tell me." She said, "Because girls don't play cricket." I was kind of shocked. You know why? Because as a parent, this was one of the things we have always tried to inculcate within her. That being a girl, there is nothing impossible for her. And I was kind of shocked. I looked at her and I was like, "Beta, where did this come from?" She looked at me and said, "Because I haven't seen girls play cricket yet, right?" And I said, "No, it's not true. Girls play cricket." She was like, "I haven't seen you watching girls play cricket. How can I believe that?" So I was kind of dumbstruck. I was like, yeah, this little girl is making sense. So what I did was I switched on YouTube on my phone. I played one of my favorite cricketers, one of the favorite female cricketers, Smriti Mandhana's clip batting. So as she saw it, she was very excited. And believe me, that evening, I had to bowl like for an hour to her and I had my shoulder paining. She was happy. She believed finally that girls can play cricket. So now being a chatterbox, this was not the only situation where she had left me like kind of perplexed. One of these days, I was driving her to her doctor. So like I was driving, she was sitting beside me giving those gyan she always does, right? She asked me, "Papa, girls cannot be doctors, right?" And I was like, okay, now she'll again give me something to think about. I was like, "No, beta, they can be." She was like, "But I haven't seen any girl doctors." And yes, she was right, because by the time she was growing, she started recognizing people, right? All the doctors have been male doctors. I was like, yeah, it makes sense. So when I went to the doctor, I talked to the doctor and I asked her like, just get a quick chat appointment for one of the doctors, a female doctor over there. I brought my daughter to the cabin and she saw the doctor, like kind of did all those cute things children do, right? And as we came back, I was driving back to home, she wasn't glad. I could see that moment of realization where she knew that, okay, whatever she thought was not true, and I was kind of able to help her learn that. She was very happy. So now in my own peace time, when I was sitting alone, I kind of thought about these two instances. So what I kind of learned from this was, you cannot make somebody learn by merely telling them to do something. Like I cannot tell my daughter to do this, talk properly to the elders, do your own stuff properly, right? You cannot do that. You have to set examples. That was what happened in those two instances. So this is not now, if I like kind of correlate it to the entire things that we do, it's not only about parenting. Whenever we do something with a person, we deal with people, they always learn with examples. Be it in an organization, when you're working with people, right? You try to talk them about various things. Like for example, culture. You will talk to them like, follow this culture, be courteous to people, be on time, and all of those things, right? But you cannot just say that, right? You have to practice that. So this was one of the very, very big realization for me, a big learning as I started talking to my daughter. And in the similar sense, like if you want to be a beautiful parent who makes the children learn, be nice. That will help them learn. If you want to be around beautiful people, nice people who are helpful to others, be helpful. That will help others. So the basic philosophy of life for me would be, which I try to preach to my daughter also, and it's not just I talk about it, I try to practice it, is that it's good to be important. It's always good to be feel important in a position where you can help others, or maybe you are a senior to someone, but it is always important to be good. So thank you, everyone. That would be it from my side.
We shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timers, please indicate with a green card when the 1 minute is up. Thank you, timer. Timers, please indicate with a red card when the other minute is up. Meanwhile, we will proceed with the audio connectivity check of contestant number 4. Contestant number 4, Suhail. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 4, Suhail. Contestant number 4, Suhail. You can pin the timers if you wish to do so. Please confirm the same once you're done. Thank you. Contestant number 4, we will now proceed with the audio video connectivity check. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, please confirm if contestant number 4 is both visible and audible.
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. Timers, can you please confirm the same? Thank you. Contestant number 4, Suhail. Tring, tring, tring. Tring, 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 Suhail.
Tring, 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 tring. Sergeant at Arms, it looks like Suhail didn't follow your instructions today. I am Suhail's iPhone. Do you know something? These days, he spends more time with me than his wife. Suhail told me Friday night that he wanted to get up early. I promptly woke him up at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a beautiful Saturday morning. He decided to go for a jog in Cubbon Park. He took me along with him. When we went to the parking lot, he noticed that his car had a flat tire. He got really disappointed. I told him, Hola, say hola, let's book a cab and go. I quickly booked a prime sedan for both of us. We reached Coven Park by 7 a.m. Suhail was still thinking about his flat tire. I wanted to cheer him up and started singing some beautiful A.R. Rahman songs. I soaked him with A.R. Rahman melodies. When he finished jogging, I told him, Suhail, congratulations, you have burned 300 calories today. He was thrilled. He asked me to take a picture. He stood by the rising sun. I told him cheese, and he clicked a picture for him. We again booked a cab, got back home. On the way back home, there was an accident on the road, and the road was completely blocked with heavy traffic. I told the Ola driver, there was another route via Cathedral Road. Let's just take that. The driver just followed my instructions like a servant following the master. When we reached home, Suhail was really hungry. He asked me, Siri, can I get something to eat immediately? Then immediately I said, I ordered something for you from Chai Point. It'll reach in another 15 minutes. Promptly in another 15 minutes, we heard the doorbell ringing. There was a guy from Swiggy delivering the hot meal. Suhail didn't have cash on him. I jumped in to say, hey Suhail, Paytm karo. I have become Suhail's half girlfriend these days. Suhail spends the rest of the day reading Chetan Bhagat's Half Girlfriend on the Kindle app. Dear friends, I am super fast smart cell phone. Steve Jobs gave me an identity by combining a GPS, a phone, a camera, a music player into one device. Steve Jobs also taught me with a number of applications and then called me iPhone. I'm the best in class smartphone. I run a network called 4G. You can use to watch high definition movies and play fast paced games. Are you curious to know about my ancestors? My mom, the 3G phone, she was born in the year 2001. She was 10 times slower than me. She can be used only to read and check emails and browse the web. My grandma, the 2G phone, she was born in 1991 and she isn't a multi-facet like me. On top of it, she was dead slow and really boring, and she can be just used to make calls and send text messages. Her footprints are all erased in all developed countries. Ghost of my grandmom still linger around in many countries. Please check out my great-great-grandmom. The first handheld cell phone, which was invented by John F. Michelle Martin Cooper of Motorola in 1973. She weighed about like 2 kgs. She was like Khushbu, while I'm like Amy Jackson. She was pricey. She was sold for a whopping 40,000 rupees. With that kind of money today, you can buy probably going, whom you're exactly meeting and what you're purchasing. Enough of my phone now. Fellow toastmasters and guests, how many of you have seen the movie Mummy? Do you remember the sandstorm segment in that movie? The fierce sandstorm engulfed the hero's aircraft. Similarly, the smartphones are like sandstorms. We engulf many devices like GPS, music players, and cameras. We engulf phone booths, taxi operators, post offices, and now we are gearing up to engulf you and your personal time and family and friends. We attract you like magnet. We addict you like drugs. We affect you like cancer. Tring, 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 tring. This is your final call. Stop texting people, start meeting them. Stop buying things online and start walking up to the Stop buying things online, and just walk up to the shop. Stop playing on the mobile and start playing with the kids around you at home. My phone has decided to break up with me. Have you?
We shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timers, please indicate using a green card when the 1 minute timer is up. Thank you. Timers, please indicate using a red card when the other minute is up. Meanwhile, we will proceed with the audio-video connectivity check for contestant number 5. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 5, Narayanan. Contestant number 5, Narayanan, you can pin the timers if you wish to. Please confirm if you've done.
Done.
Thank you. Contestant number 5, we will now proceed with the audio-video connectivity check. Please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
Chief Judge, please confirm if contestant number 5 is both visible and audible.
Yes, I confirm.
Thank you. Timers, can you please confirm the same? Thank you. Contestant number 5, Narayanan, that one thing. That one thing, Narayanan.
Good evening. And even without waiting for a response, I barged into the room and then shot my default, "Hey, hello, how are?" My words froze in the air as my sight fell on a girl child about 5 to 7 years of age in the bed. Medicine and saline bottles needled into her thin, frail arms. Her pale face and thin physique blew the air out of my lungs. Contest chair, Madam Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests, life sometimes gives us the most nastiest of beatdowns. We get bruised, beaten, battered, and we seek that one thing to be back on our feet. We seek that one thing that will help us to look in the eye of the storm and kiss it goodbye. A few months ago, I had the opportunity to volunteer in the reputed hospital in Chennai during the pandemic for a few hours a day. I was a part of the patient relationship team where I am supposed to collect data from the patients and hand it over to the concerned teams. And that evening, I met Pooja. Pooja was 6 years old. And she was to be operated for a situation called congenital aortic valve stenosis, a situation where the blood flow to the heart is severely hampered due to the narrow arteries. With shivers down my spine, I looked at her mother and asked, "Ma'am, if you need anything." She nodded her head. Her sleepless eyes and pale face were just too much for me to handle. I checked on them the next day evening, same question, and the mother said, "Nothing required." And when I turned back, she spoke. "The surgery is fixed tomorrow." pause. The doctor has given 30% chance of survival. I had a lump in my throat. My table topic prowess probably was not good enough. Don't worry, ma'am. She'll be fine, were the only words I could muster. As I turned to leave the room, I heard a thin but clear voice. Uncle. That was Pooja. I went near the bed. Yes, Pooja, what is it? Will they cut open my heart tomorrow? She asked in an absolutely calm demeanor. Ladies and gentlemen, I have faced many questions in my life from many quarters, but this question tore me into pieces. I was cold and numb, and she carried on. Please ask the doctor not to remove that one thing. I would want to keep it. I could comprehend nothing from it. She went on, will you be there tomorrow? I nodded my head, left the room, pained, puzzled, and pensive. The next day was off for me. I had to keep my promise. So I went to the hospital, got to know that Pooja had been wheeled into the operation theatre. I stayed there for about a couple of hours. I could hear or see nothing. And after half an hour, after a couple of hours, the theatre attendant came out of the ward. I ran to him and asked him, sir, is everything okay? He gave me a blank look. You see, the team is fighting it out. But Pooja's heart is not receiving the adequate blood supply. If the supply does not get regular in the next 30 to 40 minutes, we might lose her in the operation table. And he walked off. It looked as if Pooja's life was ebbing away in front of my eyes. I was distraught, sat there, hoping things will turn all right. And suddenly, after half an hour or so, I could see movements inside the operation theatre, people moving from various quarters into the operation table, left, right, and center. This was repeating. After a few minutes, the staff nurse, she barged out. Blood is coming. What? Blood is coming. Pooja is fine. That's it. That one thing. Pooja's surgery was successful. It felt like a gush of fresh water on parched lands. 2 days later, I went and watched to visit Pooja. Her pink face told me that she was recovering well. And then I remembered the statement she made just before the surgery was done. I turned to her mother and asked her, ma'am, what was Pooja talking about? Her mother was puzzled, thought about for a while, and then said, well, I told my kid that whenever we have our back to the walls, whenever we have troubles, we need to have that one thing in our hearts. We need to have that one thing called faith. I was humbled. I greeted Pooja and told her, Pooja, as long as you have that one thing with you, nothing bad is going to happen to you and you will stay strong. Ladies and gentlemen, Pooja taught me that having that one thing called faith could even beat death in its own backyard. Our daily lives, ladies and gentlemen, is full of challenges, full of what's that we have back to the walls. And we succumb to them only when we lose that one thing, when we lose faith. We can win those odds, those challenges, hands down, with clarity, conviction, and courage, if we have that one thing. If we have that one thing called faith. Pooja taught me to have the one thing, the very important thing called faith. And I'm sure all of us will now look back and think about having that one thing with us. I'm going to have that one thing. How about you, contest chair? My name is Narayanan. Talk to you next time.
We shall now observe 1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Timers, please indicate with a green card when the 1 minute timer is up. Thank you. Timers, please indicate with a red card when the other minute is up. Meanwhile, we will proceed with the audio video connectivity check for contestant number 6, Sairam. Zoom moderator, please unmute contestant number 6, Sairam. Contestant number 6, you can pin the timers if you wish to do so. Please confirm once you've done.
Yep, I'm done.
Thank you. We shall now proceed with the audio video connectivity check for contestant number 6. Contestant number 6, please repeat after me with hand gestures. If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, 3.
If you can dream it, you can do it. 1, 2, and 3.
Chief Judge, please confirm if contestant number 6 is both visible and audible.
Yes, I confirm. Sairam, could you come a little bit closer if it is possible? Yeah, much better. Thank you.
Thank you. Timers, please confirm the same. Thank you. Contestant number 6, Sairam. A visit to the city with the longest name. A visit to the city with the longest name, Sairam.
The city with the longest name. If you're wondering what that is, let me spell it out and probably pronounce it in a way that the locals would do it. Here it goes. Krung tep mahanako namon ratna kosin mahintara ayutaya mahadilok pop naparat rachatani buri romo dom rachanavit mahasatan amon piman avatan sadet sakatatiya vitsnakom prasik. If you are wondering if this was just one city that I visited or a list of 15 to 20 cities, then be rest assured, it's all the name of one city. Let me give you a clue and probably pronounce it in a more decipherable format, which I'm guessing that many of us would be able to understand. Here it goes. Krunga Deva Mahanagara Amara Ratna Koshin Mahindra Ayodhya Mahatilaka Bhavana Navaratna Rajadhani Puri Ramya Uttama Raja Nivesha Mahastan Amara Vimana Avatara Sita Chakravartiya Vishnu Karma Prasiddha. I did some extra rounds of pranayam this morning, hoping that I can get the whole thing done in one breath. But unfortunately, my practice doesn't seem to be enough. Well, if you are still wondering, what city is this? This is the name of the city which has a nickname called Bangkok. And what does this mean? It means the residence of Emerald Buddha, the impregnable city of Indra, the capital of the world endowed with 9 precious gems, and the city built by Vishnu himself. This is how Bangkok sees itself. When my wife proposed Bangkok for a vacation, I had thought bubbles, beaches, bars, nightlife, Thai spa, whatnot. But my wife's meticulous examination, coupled with ridiculous exploration, made sure that my bubble transformed to rubble. We entered the airport of Bangkok, which was called Suvarna Bhumi Airport. And right in the center of the airport was a huge Samudra Manthan. The Samudra Manthan, which was between the Devas and Asuras, stands there mightily. And at one corner, I found Garuda, and later found that to be the national emblem of the government of Thailand. This piqued our curiosity to know more about this country. So we went about meeting few scholars, visiting museums, talking to the locals to understand more. And what we found swelled our chest with pride. The pride of being an Indian. This
this is what we found. Half of Thai language is borrowed or derived from Pali, Sanskrit, or Khmer. The national epic of Thailand is called Ramakien, which is our Ramayana. The royal dress of the Thai kings and queens has been inspired by India. In fact, it was a tailor in Kolkata who had stitched it for them for the first time. In fact, even the native dress of Thais has been inspired from India. You know what's the original capital of Thailand? The original capital was called Dwaravati, which was inspired from Dwaraka. And later, the capital shifted to Ayutthaya, which is nothing but Ayodhya. This has been the impact that we as a civilization have had. Let me go on. When Thais meet each other, they don't say hi, hello. They say why and do the namaste. Something that probably we have forgotten, and probably COVID has taught us once again to say namaste. In fact, I was shocked to know that in the schools, they celebrate Guru Puja. I hardly come across schools in India where we celebrate Guru Puja, though our civilization considers Guru as God. In fact, do you know when is the New Year of Thailand? The New Year of Thailand is coming up next month, April 13th, and they call it Songkran. And it's almost as the Tamil New Year that they also consider their New Year. In fact, their own royal temple, which is the temple of the Emerald Buddha, has been inspired by the Mahabalipuram temples. So many cities have their names in Sanskrit. Prachin Buri. Does it ring a bell? Prachin Buri. Pitsnu Lok. Nothing but Vishnu Lok. Singh Buri. Singapore, Singapuri. There's a small town in Thailand as well. And the list goes on and on and on. There are Veda Patashalas in Thailand because the royal priests of the royal family actually had gone from Rameshwaram several hundred years ago. The king there even today is called Rama. That has been the profound impact that we as a civilization have had, not just on Thailand, but if you go to Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, or even America for that matter, there have been signs of our civilizational impact. But do we as Indians really understand what is it that our ancestors have given to the world? When we understand that, I am sure that our head will be held high up and we don't have to feel ashamed about our identity. So as Indians, I think the first thing we need to do is to know more about ourselves, know more about our culture, to be able to take back Bharat or India to its pristine glory. Thank you and Jai Hind.
We shall now observe 2 minutes of silence for the judges to mark their ballots and tally their scores. Timers, please indicate using a red card when the 2 minutes is up. Thank you, timers. Zoom moderator, can you please move the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room and confirm once done?
Chaitra, just give me a minute. Zoom moderator, just escort me and the voting judges to the breakout room.
I'll open up a room for you.
Please make sure the tally counter is not in that breakout room.
Yes, he's not.
Okay, thank you.
Zoom moderator, please confirm once the movement is done so I can proceed with the participation certificate distribution.
Give me a minute. We are still waiting for one more judge to join that group.
Sure, sure.
Chaitra, I can go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandrakant. We shall now proceed to the participation certificate distribution ceremony. I will go ahead and share my screen. I request the Zoom moderator to spotlight and unmute the participants as I call them out. And I request Nitin to take a screenshot and let me know once that's done so I can proceed. Thank you. Let me share my screen. Contestant number 1, Shweta Tiwari.
Contest master, we are waiting for the contestant to switch on the video. I think she's not available.
Okay, okay.
The contestant number 1 is spotlighted now.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Shweta.
Contestant number 1, give us your brightest smile so Nitin can capture a great picture of yours.
Sure.
Thank you, Shweta. Chaitra, we can proceed.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nitin. Shweta, before we proceed, a quick interview with you. Shweta, would you like to share your experience from attending today's contest? I know you've attended a lot of contests in the past, so I'm sure there's a lot of experience that you would like to share with us. The stage is all yours, Shweta.
Okay. My experience. Of course, every time we participate, the experience is different. And every time it's a great learning, hearing the other contestants. So that is a new thing each and every time. And that nervousness is also there, how much ever number of contests you go through, but that will be there. So in whole, great time I had, and I wish the best one wins.
Thank you, Shweta. We shall now proceed to contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, Wasim. The moderator, please spotlight. Contestant number 2, Wasim.
Let's skip to the third participant. Wasim will be back in a minute here in the room.
Sure thing. Contestant number 3, Himanshu. Can we please spotlight contestant number 3, Himanshu?
Waiting for Himanshu to switch on the video.
Okay.
He's on spotlight. Chaitra, go ahead.
All right. Himanshu, give us your brightest smile so Nitin can capture a great picture of yours.
Thank you, Himanshu. Chaitra, we can proceed.
Thank you, Nitin. Himanshu, how was your experience attending this contest? Share few share few great moments from this contest, and if you've attended any previous contests as well.
Thank you. Yeah, so this was the first time I was participating in a contest. So overall, a great experience. Yeah, overall, it was a great experience. Kind of felt very fortunate to share space with so many wonderful speakers. I could learn like a lot of things while people were speaking, like how they proceeded on with the speeches. So pretty felt very good, and I'm very pepped up for the future contest. Yeah, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu. We wish you the best for all the future contests that you will be a part of. And with that, Chandrakant, do we have contestant number 2 back in the room, or should I proceed to contestant number 4?
Not yet. Let's proceed. I'll let you know once this contestant 2 is in. Let's proceed with the next.
Sure. Thank you. Contestant number 4, Suhail. Suhail, please come on video and we will spotlight you.
And he's on spotlight.
Okay. Suhail, give us your brightest smile so we can capture a great picture of yours.
Thank you, Suhail. Chaitra, we can proceed.
Thank you, Nitin. Suhail, is this your first contest too, or you've been a part of contests in the past? And also please share your experience from this contest.
Yeah, this is my first contest, and this is very well organized and very well informed, and I was really nervous, let me be honest with you. And to deliver the speech, I know I have my club members to help me, my mentor to support me, but overall a wonderful experience, and looking forward for the results and the upcoming contest. And all the very best to all the contestants.
Thank you, Suhail. We wish you the best too. And again, wishes for being a part of many more contests in the future. With that, I will proceed to contestant number 5, Narayanan. All right.
Chitra, after Narayanan, you can go with Wasim. Either way.
All right. I'll do Narayanan first then. Contestant number 5, Narayanan, please come on video so we can spotlight you.
He's spotlighted.
Thank you. Narayanan, give us your brightest and shining smile so we can capture a great picture of yours.
Thank you, Narayanan. Chaitra, please proceed.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nitin. Narayanan, please share your experience from attending this contest. And I'm sure you have been a part of multiple contests in the past. Any wisdom or words of knowledge from those contests for some of the contestants today who are first time attending these contests?
Thank you, Contest Master Chaitra. Before I get forward, I think I should congratulate every single member of this unit. It was a contest fabulously organized. Nitin and team, kudos to each and every one of you. The meeting started bang on time, and I think we are well on course to follow the agenda. Now, my experiences, I think like anybody else who's been in the stream for a long time, experiences are history, and in this particular platform, you can take some lessons out of history, but not necessarily that you can utilize it the next time also. Every single time, every single session in our clubs, every single contest is absolutely new. You got to be at your best every single time. And this is, I mean, I've been contesting after a break of 2 years now. Felt absolutely rusty. I was nervous. Palms are still sweaty. I know some of the big names are there in the attendees list today, so I wouldn't want to pull something funny. And this was very special because my mentee is here contending along with me. So this is something not many mentors would face. So it was very interesting. But as the master of ceremony told today, it is all about trying to see how better we are from this very moment onwards. So every single session is new. You cannot bank on your history. You can't sleep over it. When you have done your contest last year, it doesn't guarantee you anything. Maybe for the experience, yes. A little bit of confidence, yes. but you just cannot take it for granted. I've had the opportunity, the privilege of listening to some amazing speeches today. And it was very surprising to see few of them calling themselves as novice speakers, but they seem to be very natural. So I think that this division, more specifically this area, I think is extremely blessed, and I'm happy to be a very part of this. Consider myself absolutely blessed. So thanks a lot. Thanks to you and your team for giving this opportunity. I will cherish this for a very long time. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Narayanan. And we are also equally happy to see you back contesting and wishing you the very best.
Thank you.
I will now move back to contestant number 2. Contestant number 2, Wasim, please turn on your video so we can spotlight you.
Hi,
Spotlighted.
Chandrakant, have we spotlighted Wasim?
Yes.
Thank you. Wasim, give us your brightest smile so we can capture a great picture of yours.
Thank you, Wasim. Chaitra, we can proceed.
Thank you, Nitin. Wasim, please share your experience from attending this contest, and if you've attended any other contest in the past as well, would really be helpful for you to share some words from these contest experiences.
Thank you, Chaitra. This was really professionally conducted. The program started on time. Everything's so formal. I'm really impressed with the way organizers have done it. And very efficient. Congratulations and kudos to everybody involved here. This was a very unique experience, and I remember having attended a similar thing a few 1 year back or something. But equally good. Great to be a part of this proficient and efficient team. I'd love to be a part of this in future as well. Once again, thank you very much for the encouragement, especially my club members, Nitin, who's been very supportive, Narayanan, my club members, very supportive and encouraged me to join this. I was hesitant, but they kind of pushed me. It was worth it. Once again, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Wasim, and wishing you the very best for the results. I will now proceed to the last contestant, contestant number 6, Sairam. Can we please have you on video so we can spotlight you?
Spotlighted.
Thank you. Sairam, give us your brightest shining smile. We can capture a great picture of yours.
Done. Thank you, Sairam. Chaitra, all yours.
Thank you so much, Nitin. Sairam, please share your experience from attending this contest. Also, is this your first contest or have you been a part of contests in the past?
This is my first contest. And I think the challenge with someone who is going last with regards to this particular question that you were facing is like most of them would have already told a lot of things. So there's nothing much left. I'm just reminded of a joke. So I thought I'll probably just share a joke to lighten things up further. So one of the ladies along with her husband was visiting Tirupati for darshan. And the thing is, they're all in the queue, and then people are all saying Govinda, 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 and everyone is moving on. And then this lady, instead of saying Govinda, was saying, Jo aage wale kehta hai wahi, jo aage wale kehta hai wahi. Meaning, the one that everyone, the one ahead of me is saying the same thing. So someone asks her, like, why are you not saying Govinda and why are you saying this? So she said, see, my husband's name is Govinda, so I can't take his name. So that's why I'm just saying Jo aage wale kehta hai wahi. So similarly for me here, I don't think I have anything left. So Jo aage wale kahe hai wahi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sairam, for ending this interview session with a funny anecdote, and wishing you the very best for the contest results, and also wishing that you will be a part of many more contests in the future.
Thank you.
With this, we come to the end of the participation certificate distribution. One thing I missed doing was to applaud for all our participants. So please, if you can unmute yourself and give them a thundering round of applause, let's do that now. hearty congratulations to all the participants today. You all rocked the show, and now wishing you the very best for the results. At this moment, I would like to check with the Zoom moderator if our chief judge is back in the main room.
Yes, she is.
Okay, Chief Judge, can I go ahead to close the contest, or would you need that moment to discuss with the tally counter as well?
No, it's already done. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. With this, I would like to announce that the International Speech Contest of Area G4, District 92 has come to an end. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a thundering round of applause for all the contestants and all the role takers as well. It has indeed been a great learning experience and an absolute pleasure conducting this contest. And you have been a wonderful audience. Please give it up to yourself. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. Back to you, contest chair.
Thank you so much, contest master. So moving on, well, I heard so many kinds of speeches in a span of 1 hour. It felt like a roller coaster of emotions. Some made me feel proud, some made me feel empowering, some made me feel emotional. And I'm sure the judges had a really hard time to decide who were the winners. But in the end, it's all worth it. Everyone did amazing, is what I can say. So moving on, before the results are announced and the certificates for role takers are shown and shared, there are some special announcements to be made. And for that, I'd like to call our MOC, Master of Ceremony, Toastmaster Jayesh, to give us the announcements.
Hello, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate all the speakers. I heard some amazing speeches, and it was very inspiring to hear from you all. Joining us today, we have a special guest. Despite his travel plans, we are joined by District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Shagnik Biswas. Shagnik, we'd love to hear a few words from you. So if you're there, please unmute yourself. We'd love to hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayesh. And before I even start, it's good to see you back in the G4 area contest as an MOC again, right? So one thing that I always believed in Toastmasters is about the force of nature in itself that propels us, whether it's the contestants, whether it's my ADs, my division directors, my entire team at District 92. Throughout the year, right from the starting, this year has been what we call as the stop and start year. Every time we think that, okay, we're about to come back offline, the world decides to reset itself and we go back into the online mode. However, the team has soldiered on, and thanks to all the members who keep coming back, giving us their time and the fact that they believe in this movement. You've heard people, you've heard contestants. Some of them have been there for as long as I have been, or even more. And it's this belief that keeps us going. It's this force of nature that this entire movement stands for good is something that has kept us going on in this year. And my area directors know, and I would just like to share this with you that in this particular year where districts around the world have struggled, it's been thanks to all the clubs and all the members that District 92 is on a positive note in every sense, in membership growth, in club growth, and it has come about by all the members, all the clubs, and of course the team that works with us almost 24/7. At this point of time, I'd like to go over to Mr. Palindrome himself, Nitin, and why I call him Palindrome is he's the same the way he's with us, and he's the same the way he's with the club. So he's the perfect point at the middle where he's always been very open and transparent about what he needs. He's a mixture of a ball of energy and a maturity. He understands different situations, that if a club is going through troubles, he'll not mince his words and tell us that this is what I need. And when we say that, Nitin, you'll probably need to look at this situation in a different manner, he's always been open to that suggestion. Plus, he brings in a lot of energy, a lot of new ideas, and I've been absolutely honored to have Nitin as a part of the team. And apart from that, he is a lot of fun, and that's of course offline. But yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun working with you, Nitin. And guys, I think if you really want to unmute and really salute your area director for all the work that he has pulled off in the last 9 months, please, this is the time. Please applaud for Nitin. Thank you so much for all the work, Nitin. Really well done. And with that, members, always remember this has been my personal motto throughout. Yeah, this contest is not the end. This particular day, this particular program year of Toastmasters, which ended in June, is not the end. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out where do you want to go, because it's always about finding your next. So always remember, find that next thing that you want to do in Toastmasters and keep chasing the impossible dream, because that's what makes it possible. With that, thank you so much. And it's back to you, Jayesh.
Those were some amazing words, Shagnik. As he said, we should keep chasing our dreams, even though if they're impossible, we should try our best to make them possible. With this, I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Harsha, who is part of Coronation organizing team. A little bit about Toastmaster Harsha. Although he says he's a simple guy who loves to smile and make other people smile. He's a fighter who fights for the existence of veg biryani and tennis freaks every day to speak. So yeah, he's a fan of veg biryani and tennis. We know about that. And we're pleasure to hear a few words from Harsha, who will tell us more about Coronation. Over to you, Toastmaster Harsha.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jayesh. I can see your beautiful face popping up on the screen. So I would like to switch to gallery mode for a minute. Just give me a moment there. Well, thank you so much once again. Firstly, talking about Coronation, how many of you know about Coronation in the first place? Just give me a raise of hands. Okay, I can see a few people raising their hands. Pretty good. Now, before I talk anything about Coronation, I would like to show you something grand about Coronation. Let me go ahead and share my screen. I hope my screen is visible. Just give me a confirmation.
We can see Harsha.
Okay.
We can't hear the audio though.
Yeah, Harsha is in audio.
Okay, just give me a moment. Yes, I think you can hear now. Just give me a moment. All right, that was a little something about Coronation. Well, now coming to what this Coronation 2022 is all about, I think most of you have different motives to join Toastmasters. One person would join for learning public speaking skills, one would join for leadership skills, the other would go for networking. Well, when we join Toastmasters, we have a set of contact list, but after a few days of Toastmastering, I'm pretty sure that your contact list would have gone really high with the number of contacts. So that's what we are exactly celebrating in this coronation. We are celebrating each and every connection that we're having as a Toastmaster with each other. This coronation is all going to be about the celebration of those particular people who are in your life making a difference as a Toastmaster. So this time, as a part of Coronation 2022, we are celebrating the connections. Well, now, how do you register for the contest? How do you get to be a part of Coronation? For that, I'll have to share my screen again. So here you go. Just give me a moment. All right. So to register for Coronation 2022, please scan the QR code so that you can go ahead and register for Coronation 2022. Coronation 2022 is going to happen on 22nd, 28th, and 29th of May. And all the contests will be happening: the international speech contest, the evaluation contest, the table topics contest. All these three will be happening on the 3 days of Coronation, and a lot more interesting sessions will be happening with a lot of keynote speakers. And one beautiful thing about Coronation is that you get to meet a lot of new people in Coronation. That's what happens in Coronation 2022. All right, with that being said, now let's proceed to a little more about how could you reach us as a part of Coronation. Well, our PR team is really trying hard to get to each and every one of you. So to get more updates from us and to try to keep in touch with us all the time, to try to keep in touch with Coronation 2022, this is the place where you should go to. We are on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And if you have any other queries about Coronation, you can always reach out to the email provided here. I hope all of you will be a part of Coronation 2022. Just after I complete speaking, I'll be pasting the registration link and the social media links on the chat box as well. You can go ahead, register for Coronation, and try to keep in touch with us. Thank you so much. That's it from my side. I'll hand over the stage back to the master of the ceremony.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Harsha. With this, I would like to pass on to contest chair, Toastmaster Ganesh. Toastmaster Ganesh, can you unmute yourself?
Yes. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay, for those announcements. And I'm sure everyone is excited for the coronation that's going to happen on May. And the chat box is going to be pasted in the link. I mean, the link is going to be pasted in the chat box below. So do register for it. Moving on for the area, with the area contest, I'd like to call our area F3 director, Toastmaster Mirona, to give her address and tell us if there are any disqualifications. Your video is stopped.
Thank you, Ganesh. Well, I don't exactly have a very big address, or even now. Is it okay? Is it okay now?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll keep my address pretty
Yes.
short because there's no current here and I'm running on mobile data. So this just small thing I want to share with all of you. You know, as I grew up when I was small, I noticed that as soon as things went wrong, when things weren't okay in my life, I needed to find some place to run to, and that was home. That is where my parents were, or sometimes it would just be my very, very close friends. Whether it was in another state, in another city, it did not matter. I knew that those people were there to listen to me pour out my problems about insignificant things and make me feel heard. But in Toastmasters, we do exactly that, right? Every single week, we speak about things of the world, people, and we have a group of 20 people listening to you with so much attention and willing to give you a standing ovation, even if your speech puts us off to sleep. Today, you as contestants, your opinions on various topics, you kept your fears, insecurities aside and spoke your heart out for those 5 to 7 minutes with so much confidence. And that itself makes all of you winners today. We are here for you today. We are here to celebrate you and witness your journey going forward. But however, even though all of you are winners, this is sadly a contest and there will still have to be placements. So for that, I will allow Ganesh to take over for that. With regards to the disqualifications, I am happy to announce that there were no time-based disqualifications. However, there was one disqualification based on originality of speech. Right? That's it from me. Over to you, Ganesh, to announce the result.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Niruna. So before I announce the results, I'll share the rule takers participation certificates and then announce the results. So I'll be sharing my screen. Is the screen visible?
Yes, Ganesh.
Okay, so Zoom moderator, can you please spotlight Niruna? Yeah. So thank you, Niruna. She's the chief judge of our contest.
Thank you.
Ganesh, before moving on, Miruna, big smiles.
Don't forget to smile.
Ganesh, we can move on.
Okay. Next, we have our contest master, Chaitra Srinivasan. Can you please unmute and come on video?
Done.
Like you asked everyone to smile, you should do it too. Yeah.
Thank you, Chaitra.
Thank you. And next, we have our master of ceremony, Toastmaster Jayesh. Can you please unmute and come on video? Toastmaster Jayesh. Is he not visible only for me or?
Ganesh, he's probably not around at the moment.
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll move on. Next, we have Toastmaster Tapaswini. She's our SA for today. Can you please unmute?
Tapaswini, big smiles, please. Lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Next, we have Raunak, who's our tally counter for today. Can you please unmute and turn your video?
Thank you, Raunak.
Okay. Next, we have Toastmaster Satyam Behera, who's also our tally counter. Can you please turn your video on? Thank you.
If you can just give a huge smile.
Don't forget to smile.
Thank you. Proudly flaunting the Oracle logo. I love it, Satyam.
Okay, can we proceed?
Yes, okay. Ganesh, let's proceed.
Okay, and next we have our timer for today. Atul, can you please turn your video on? Yes. And please to smile.
Thank you, Atul.
Thank you. And then we have our timer 2 for today, Raj Ganesh Ramu. Can you please unmute yourself and turn your video? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja.
And then finally, we have our Zoom moderator for today, who helped us with a smooth meeting. Chandrakant, can you please unmute? Thank you.
Thank you, Chandrakant. This was the fastest spotlighting that the Zoom moderator has done for himself. Thank you. We're done.
Okay. So that's it with the rule taker certificates. Finally, it's time to announce the results. Okay. So Any guesses in mind? I'll be starting with third. Okay, fine. I'll start sharing my screen once. Just give me a second. Okay, first comes the third. First I'll announce the third place, which goes to Toastmaster Suhail Ahmed. Congratulations, Toastmaster Suhail Ahmed.
Ganesh, we don't see a certificate.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
We can't see the certificate.
It says I'm sharing. Wait, I'll share again.
Meanwhile, Suhail, if you can come on video, please.
Just give me a second. I'm so sorry. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Congratulations, Toastmaster Suhail.
Thank you.
Suhail, big smiles.
Thank you.
Thank you, Suhail.
Okay. Coming to the second place of the contest, we have Toastmaster Sairam Tyagarajan. Congratulations, Toastmaster Sairam.
Thanks a lot.
Turn your video on and give us a big smile.
Sorry, babysitting time.
I'm sorry.
We understand, Sairam. When the baby calls, we have to go. There you go. Sairam, if you can ask your baby to smile as well, if that's possible.
Siri, on the Siri name.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Sairam.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sairam. Now, finally, the first place goes to Toastmaster Narayanan Mahalinga. Congratulations, Toastmaster Narayanan. Please come on video.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Narayanan, even bigger smile than the one that you gave last time, if you can. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Narayanan, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll stop sharing. Okay, so those are the results, and well, it was one big heated contest, and I can say all the speeches were amazing, and congratulations to all the winners. So now I'd like to give it over to I'm sorry. Yeah, now I'd like to take a picture. Can everyone turn their videos on?
All right, wonderful faces coming up. Can we have a few more? We're just left with about 5 to 6 of them. Narayanan, Satyam, Wasim, Gopika. VJ5 should probably be off camera, but apart from that, if everyone else can come on screen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, huge smiles if you can. Taking a picture in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good remaining of the weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much.